Hi there, this is just a quick video to give you a little bit of instruction of how to do our letter S that the kids will be learning tomorrow. So I'm sitting at the table that you'll be at. All the supplies that you'll need are going to be right here on the floor by your feet. And anyway, here you go. This is handwriting without tears. So I like to start by showing them our letter. We've been learning it all week. So I'm going to teach them that we have a small curve and then we have a small curve. And then I like to ask them, are there any big curves like this on our letter S? And they'll say no. Are there any big lines on our S? Nope, there's only small curves. And so we'll just talk about it for a minute. And then we talk about where it starts. Sorry, I'm making a video for my sub tomorrow. So our letter S is going to start in the middle. I like to point out the smiley face in the corner. So we don't start here. If we started on the corner, we might be making a letter M like this. In the corner, or we might make an F if we were in the corner on the smiley face, but we're going to start in the middle of our mat. So then I would have you give each of them a mat just like this and have them start by pointing their finger to where they're going to start. So it'll be flat on the table. Put your finger where our letter S is going to start, and they'll put their finger right here. If they get it in the wrong spot, just remind them. And I like to keep this on the table the whole time so you can redirect to it. So have them put their finger on the starting spot, and then you'll give them the first piece that they need to build. And so it needs to go this direction. If they put it backwards, have them look at the model and see if they can find what they need to do different. So they're going to build an S, and then they're going to put the other piece that they need. Some of them are made out of paper because I simply don't have enough small curves. Your largest group will only have, let me just look, tomorrow, 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll only have 4 kids in each of your groups. So you should have enough that you can do so that you can do enough sticks for everybody. So once they build it with sticks on the mat, I like to have them trace it. So theirs would mostly look like this with sticks on the mat, and you're just going to have them trace over the top. I usually tell them to have their finger float like a ghost, because if they touch the sticks, they're going to slide. Okay, so once they've made it with their sticks and whatnot, then they're going to go ahead and get a slate, and this is what our slates are in. They're going to resemble just what we did. There's a smiley face in the corner. Talk to them about where we start, and then I always model for them how we're going to do it. So we're going to start in the middle. We're going to make a little curve one direction, and then we're going to change our mind and go the other direction. Okay, and then they're going to use a sponge. This is the first time that we've done with our sponges, so teach them the rules. They don't use it to erase. They're only going to use the sponge to just make the S. So they're going to touch, they're going to make a small curve, and then they're going to make a small curve the other direction, and they've made an S. And then they flip it over and they do it again. Same thing, they're going to do chalk, they're going to do a sponge, and then they're going to be done. So I would give them each a slate. After you've modeled it, let them choose a chalk from the bucket of chalk like this, and then go ahead and hand them a sponge. And when I give a sponge, I'll just show you really fast. I pick a sponge out of the water and I squeeze it, because if you don't, you're gonna have so much water, they're gonna flood their board. So just squeeze it out and then just set it in front of them on the table, and they'll have it there to do. So they do that a couple of times, usually one S on the front and one S on the back. If you notice that they're struggling as they try to make that S, if they're making it backwards, then I would work with them a couple of times and have them make it more than twice on the mat. So once they've done all of that, then they go to their books, and I'll just show you. This is where I sit. The books are all right here, and they're labeled by name. So you'll have only 3 of the 6 groups tomorrow, so you'll just find the books that match, pull out those letter books that go with it, and find the letter page, and it is page 67 and 66 for letter S. And I like to have them do uppercase S before I have them do lowercase. So I open the book and I set it in front of them one at a time, and I'm going to show them. There's large pencils at my table. Those are the ones that they need to use. They're just right here. That way they don't have to go get a pencil box. And they're going to start on the dot, and I would just model it for them. They're going to trace the first row and just have them trace all the way along, and then they have to do it on their own, and just teach them that they're going to make their small curve, or sometimes I say start like a C, and then they're going to change their mind and go the other direction once they get to the dotted line. Okay, I know it's hard to see, I'm not pushing very hard, but they need to go all the way across. They do not have to write the words on the bottom. And then you can teach them the lowercase s, which is the same, but they don't start until they get to the dotted lines. So that's what I would like them to do at your group. If they get finished early, they can trace the words at the bottom. One of your groups is a little bit more advanced and they'll probably get done. The other 2 groups may not. If you have kids get finished early, you're welcome to select a book from the books that are right back here and just talk through the pictures with the students so that they have a chance to kind of do a little bit of reading. There's also stickers just right over here on the wall. The kids love the stickers. They're smelly stickers, so I like to put a sticker on their book when they're done with their letters. But the key is that they're really learning how to build it. The tactile stuff that we do at the beginning is really important, but then once they get to their book, if you're finding they're doing reversals, just really correct and work with them on that. So hopefully that will be great. It's 15 minutes, and then you'll rotate through 3 groups, and Liz will kind of direct that. So thanks so much.